Hello there, and today, boys, is my Mandalorian and Grogu movie review. We're gonna be doing a spoiler-free review and a spoiler review. So, for the people who haven't watched the movie yet and kind of want to know, is it worth going to theater or should they go watch it? Right, you can watch that part, and then of course I'm gonna let you know when I go to the spoiler part, so you don't get spoiled. And then for the people who has watched it and want me to talk about the spoilers, what I thought, you have that part as well. So I'll tell you when I'm on each part. So again, you know where I'm heading. I know I posted a YouTube short of a non-spoiler review, a more quicker version. So I know you guys probably already seen that, but yeah, the point of this video is to go in more detail because that was just a clip, but more of like a YouTube short where it was just a very fast review. I was literally just came out the theater when I did that review as well, right? So my first initial thoughts, but now I can go more in detail, being an actual YouTube video here in a longer vid here, and kind of just yap about it. So we're just going to start with my spoiler free. So if you have not watched the movie yet, you're all good. You do not have to click away yet. I'll tell you when you have to click away. You can stay here, drop a like for me, enjoy what I have to say. So let's just start with, I gave this movie an 8 out of 10. If you're doing it by letterbox way, a 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed this movie, right? Now you're probably sitting here, right? And you're like, why is this movie getting so much hate? I don't know. I honestly do not know why this movie is getting so much hate. Now, is it peak Star Wars? Is it some of the best Star Wars ever seen? Is it a must watch? No, right? Like, you could skip this movie storyline wise and it would not affect you, right? But what's wrong with that? Why can't we just have a fun movie here and there? Without spoiling, the best thing I could say is that it literally is just another season of Mando shortened down. And you're probably thinking right now, oh, isn't that a bad thing? No, because to me, let me explain to you why this is a good thing. It does feel like 3 episodes of Mando, like everyone's saying, but it feels like the three best episodes of a Mando season, right? Because this movie's about 2 hours or whatever. It feels like the 3 best episodes, and it has none of the filler, right? Because in a normal season, when you have to stretch out a season, right, make 8 episodes, be 50 minutes each, 40 minutes each, hour each, how long they do it, you're gonna have some filler in there because you got to spread it out, right? It doesn't. This movie just feels like a Mando adventure without the filler, and also, being a movie, you have the budget, right? Obviously, it's just always been a thing. You're gonna have more of a budget in a movie than a show, so there's a lot. I'm sure we wouldn't have got more as much action scenes we got in this movie if it was in a show, or how long they were, or how good the action scenes were. And even characters, you've seen this from a trailer, this isn't a spoiler, even like the Hutts in this movie, right? They probably would have been more limited scenes in the show if, it was a show, because, I'm sure CGIing the Hutts or whatever is a lot of money, especially Rhoda the Hutt, right? So, I see that as a positive. So, yeah, I think it's a really good movie, but again, the best way to put this, and this is a good thing, is that literally, again, 3 episodes of Mando, it literally is just a Mando and Grogu adventure, right? Post season 3, right? Right after season 3, it feels like, which, you've seen the ending of season 3, him kind of working with the New Republic, right? You've seen, like, Zeb in Mando season 3, you see Zeb in this trailer, you'll see some Zeb scenes in this movie, just them going on an adventure. Again, I'm not really going to say too much because I don't want to spoil, like, the plot. I'm just going to kind of let you go in blind. But let's just say they just go on a fun adventure. Mando shines, Grogu shines, Embo shines, Rhoda shines. A lot of the characters do shine, which I like, right? It's fun that there's like a decent amount of characters I actually do like in this movie, and I'm excited to rewatch. But yeah, just a good movie. The comedy hit. There's this one scene that made me laugh so hard. I'll talk about it in my spoiler review. But the comedy was hitting, the action was hitting. The opening scene, I would say, is one of the better Star Wars opening scenes in the movie. Like, if I had to rank every Star Wars movie opening scene, this will be definitely higher on the ranking. It was a very fun opening scene, and long, but very, very fun action sequence in the beginning here that I really enjoyed. So I think that's my quick little spoiler free review. I can't say too much with being spoiler review, so I think I'm about to head into my spoiler review. So I'm gonna give y'all 5 seconds to get off this video here, and you don't get spoiled if you have not watched the movie yet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, spoiler review. Alright, so let me talk about the scene that made me laugh really hard. It's the scene with the Babu Frick people. I don't know their names in this movie. I don't even know if they ever told us their name, but the Babu Frick species is when Embo goes to capture Mando, the round one or whatever. and Grogu and the Babu Freaks are running away, and then Embo's dog is chasing them, right? And then it cuts to one of the Babu Freak people in his mouth, and he goes, "He got me, he got me." I don't know why. I know it sounds stupid. I'm explaining it, obviously. I just this scene is, you know what I'm saying. If you're in this part of the video, you watch the movie. But I don't know why it just caught me off guard. It was so funny. The voices they do for those Babu Freak people are so funny. But it was just funny because like it's like an intense moment in the movie. They're trying to run from the dog. Mando and Embo are doing their thing. And just cuts to a scene of him. He's like the way he's moving too, like sideways in his mouth. He got me. He got me. It had me dying. Me and my family dying out loud in the theater. By far the funniest moment for me in the theater. But honestly, every scene those guys were in was just funny. Them driving the little ship, and then Mando comes back and he realizes he can't get into it. Let's talk about one of my favorite scenes. Talking about that part, is Grogu saving Din. Was amazing. Holy cow! And I seen some people online go, if I next time I rewatch this movie, that's the scene I'm going to the bathroom. What? That's one of the best scenes in the movie. I don't know why that scene is getting hate. It gave Grogu his moment. By the way, this movie isn't just a Mando movie, right? Which is why the movie is called The Mandalorian and Grogu. So Grogu needs his moments too. And it's crazy how much Grogu did in this time span. I feel like this whole sequence was maybe 15 minutes, I would assume. Right? Mando gets captured by Embo. Embo takes him to the planet the Hutts are on or whatever. Not only does Grogu take his own little ship and flies to a whole different planet, right? A whole different planet. He saves Mando from the snake he was about to die to, right? In that pit. Like, there was no way for him to escape, and he was not just killing that thing with what he had, just his little spear or whatever. He's not winning that fight. Mando's dead. So he blew that part up, let Mando escape. Not only that, right? When Mando just passed out from the poison, was gonna die, Grogu saved him. He healed his poison, right? Not all the way, but he healed it. He built him a hut so he can sleep, right? He put grass over him so the people that were still looking for him couldn't find him. And then he made that one friend from that one guy on the bridge to get a thing to feed him so the poison would go away. Not just that, giving him water, giving him normal food. He kept him alive until he got back on his feet and the poison was healed. Amazing scene. I'm glad Grogu had his moment to shine. And honestly, I want to point out this scene. The scene of him when Rhoda was going to fall in the pit with the Hutt twins, and he would have died to the snake like the other two did. Grogu lifting him was such a cool moment to show that he is getting more powerful in the Force. Because, yeah, I mean, you've seen Rhoda the Hutt. Holy cow, he's huge. That's a big hut, and Grogu able to lift him. It gave me that moment of like Yoda. I don't know if it was a Y-wing or X-wing from Empire Strikes Back. I don't know. I'm not good with my ships, but you get what I'm saying. That scene, one of the most iconic scenes, when he lifts that up. That's what it kind of reminded me of. I was like, and when I seen that, I was like, wow, upgrade unlocked, right? Like a video game right there. Grogu was able to shine. Amazing moment. Again, I was talking about this in the spoiler free, but now I can actually talk about the scene. Also, the opening scene of this movie, the whole action sequence was amazing. Immediately you feel Mando's aura. And what I love about this scene too is if you never watched any seasons of Mando or seen the episodes of him Boba Fett, you just never seen Mando and any other Star Wars content, you don't know about him. Let's say just your first time experiencing Mando. Again, with this opening scene, you immediately are like, oh yeah, this is a top tier bounty hunter. I'm doing that because I know he's technically not a bounty hunter anymore. You get what I'm saying if you watch the movie. I don't know how you want to classify him, but either way, he's a top tier, fighter, whatever you want to call him, right? You know he has aura, and that whole scene, just him taking out all those people, man, by himself. Woo, that is ultimate aura, baby, right there. So yeah, the opening scene was amazing. This movie was just fun, man. I don't know why this movie's getting hate. Like, if you have this on the bottom of your Star Wars movie ranking, I feel like that's just absolutely crazy. I think this is probably better than both of the other two spin-offs. It's definitely better than Solo. There's no hate to Solo. I'm a Solo defender, but it is better than Solo. Rogue One is hard. I do have to think about it because I think throughout Mando is a better movie, but I think the ending of Rogue One is just so peak that it's definitely a better last, you could say, 20 to 30 minutes than the last 20 to 30 minutes of this Mando and Grogu movie, right? So it's hard, but again, Rogue One is slower until the ending, and Mando is just more action packed and you keep going. A highlight of this movie, my favorite character in this movie by far was Embo, by far. And again, very limited scenes, But man, he was amazing, and you felt his aura. I'm glad they didn't make him like a loser. Like I was afraid they were gonna have him get dogged on by Mando being Mando's movie or something. But Embo actually won round one. They had 2 rounds. Now I know he was kind of distracted or whatever, but Embo still got around at him. And in their final fight at the end, he did lose, but he put up a fight. And honestly, right, it is Mando. Mando's still very good. But my point being is, I'm glad Embo was able to shine. My only complaint is I just wanted more of him because he was so good. Hopefully we see him in something else. I don't know what else they can throw him in. Like they could literally throw him in anything. Being a bounty hunter, I was saying this in a video I was recording earlier. I don't want to spoil it yet. But when that comes out after this, you guys will know what I'm talking about. But the cool thing about Imbo at this point in the timeline and universe is I'm pretty sure he's the #1 bounty hunter, right? Because Mando doesn't classify as a bounty hunter right now, right? And Cad Bane is dead. We think is dead, right? I know we have theories from Book of Boba Fett that, oh, I know people in that episode released years ago, oh, his thing was still beeping, he might be alive. And hey, it's Star Wars, it's Disney. Hey, anything can happen in the Star Wars universe, right? They can make up any reason. Maybe Cad Bane did survive, but what we've seen from our eyes at the moment, Cad Bane is dead at the moment. So if Cad Bane is dead, doesn't that make Embo the best bounty hunter? Who can rival him? All the other ones are dead or whatever, right? Or not bounty hunters anymore. So I didn't really think about that until after the movie. I was like, wait, he might be the #1. Because I was thinking, I was like, all right, I know they probably put Embo in for, people to go sell tickets, watch the movie, all the Clone Wars fans, all the Star Wars nerds. But then I was like, all right, in the movie wise, why would the Hutts choose him? Let me think this logically. And when I was thinking about it, I was like, wait, it does kind of make sense though, because he is probably the #1 bounty hunter, and this is a serious thing for the Hutts. They want to rule the Hutt clan, right? They want Rhoda captured and dead or whatever. And I was like, yeah, wait, this actually does make sense story-wise. So whether or not they put Embo in the movie to sell tickets, which I'm pretty sure is the reasoning, it's a low-key, I don't even know if they did it on purpose or if they even knew about it, but again, a low-key does make sense because he is probably the #1 bounty hunter in the Star Wars galaxy at this moment in the timeline, if Cad Bane is dead. If not, he's still #2. Right. So, yeah, it was an amazing movie. I think that's about it. You guys might see more content throughout the week. I do have something else. I'll say it now. As I was saying earlier, little tease for another video I have coming. I will be having the Mandalorian and Grogu movie tier list. Right, I'm ranking. I think it's like 12 or 13 characters of the biggest characters of the movie, and I'm putting them on a tier list. I thought it was a fun, different video to do. So stay tuned for that video. If you're drop a like right here and sub, because if you sub, you can put a noti bell on, and you know when I post that tier list video. So thank you all for watching. Tell me your guys' reviews in the comments or ratings. Give me an out of 10 or a letterbox out of 5 stars, and tell me some things in the comments. And I'm down, to reading them and answer you guys back. Always love talking Star Wars with y'all. It's like my favorite thing ever. Hope y'all enjoyed. Drop a like, so if you're new, may the force be with you.